Anyways, let's play some It's the End of Times. Except I'm replacing these two. I'm gonna play two Gemstone Caverns. I want to see how bad they are. $14, Pog. Yes, it is. Hammer's your best deck, and it sucks right now. I think GDS is probably worse than Hammer right now. Blue Black Shadow is better than both, I think. Not great though. How about Mill? Don't play Mill either. Living End. No more Living Ends, please. Let me get the Steam Vents. Brief. T. Oh, I could serve the team. Is Blue Black Shadow tier 2 or 1.5? Probably like 1.5. But on like the lower end. It's okay. One time's funny. Oh no, it's serious. Why play on this client over Arena? Because this client has Modern. Arena does not have Modern. Arena has Timeless, which is sick. We're gonna play some Timeless after this league's over, but the economy is also a lot less predatory on Magic Online than it is on Arena. Archon, Leyline Binding, Sacred Foundry. You can draw Archon. The economy is literally the worst thing I've ever seen on Arena. Can I be getting creativity next turn? Not really. I decided on being a Scales main. No, not really. It was just like my front runner for Denver, but I don't know. Still got like another week and a half to test. They could take a lot of notes from Pokemon TCG. Pokemon TCG Live is sick. Play Scales, validate my decision to play Scales. You should go with whatever your heart tells you. I'm sure you don't need validation from some strange man on the internet. I'm just yelling into the void. I wish I could cast this Architects, by the way. What are you gonna do? Binding me? I want that. This should have been that. Oh, it doesn't bin it. I was thinking it was Surveil. Like I was fucking using a DRC. So if I cast Violent Outburst, they're getting back an Archon. Now, Architects doesn't have flying, plus I knew they had Leyline Binding in hand. They're not dubbed for a couple reasons. Can I beat this? Maybe. Yeah, I have the fourth living in. I think if I just end step Outburst, they probably lose. If they don't have Spell Pierce. The jam. Maybe I should have done that in combat. Eh. I've always been the enemy. think I have to do this. Go for the 4th Living End and pray. This is the part where we pray. Yeah, we gotta go for the kill this turn. I don't know if we can do that. I don't think we have lethal. Alright. Didge. Inhibiting Archon's actually a problem. None of this looks like particularly good either. We want Leyline and Endurance. Doesn't actually do that much. Like, what's it better than? Maybe Subtlety? But I kind of need Subtlety against Teferi. So it's like, I think I'm just submitting here. Not bad. I don't know if there's like a ton of matchups where you actually want the Leyline. So maybe 2's enough. Storm, Fable, Creativity. Love to draw a blue card here. Blue card would be Guess. Not blue card. Love I get to Grief the Fable out of their hand and then just like hardcast Force of Negation the following turn. So we're probably actually going to be okay here. As long as I don't draw a Spell Pierce or a Flusterstorm. And their 2 draws that they have. Looks like they didn't. Yeah, I think I'll just do this. Not a great living end, but probably not a bad one either. Veil of Summer. It's inconvenient. I guess it's better that they veil the Grief than them veiling Force of Negation. I'm surprised they played that over Fable. I guess this buys them a lot of time, though. It's going to be a game where I hardcast Oliphaunt or Ent, maybe. I think I gotta force the creativity. Like I can afford to force the Fable. It's just kind of unfortunate. Another one. Somebody sniped your odds. Maybe didn't win that last match. Takes the damage. I feel like we're just gonna lose this though. Is creativity normally a good matchup for living in? I feel like they have a lot of tools in the matchup. I don't know. Well, lets me play Elephant. And still hold a Force of Negation. Alright, we got a Pray, no Spell Pierce, no Flusterstorm, no Veil of Summer. Get back a Force of Negation for your silence. Yeah, I guess I also have to pray they don't have silence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can actually hard cast Archon here if they have one. Add the binding too. Alright, we need something pretty good off the top. Cascader would be great. Second Gemstone Caverns, not as good. Hidden Tech. Their last card, Archon. This is just another creativity. Looks like it's an Archon. Hands gas. Think Lurrus is gonna be banned? Maybe. Although Jund is the best deck right now and it's not playing Lurrus, so mayhaps not. Oh, we're in the 3-bit inspector bracket. Bloodmoon's really good in that format. Rebirth. Invoke. Warden. Into Convoke. I don't think I want to take that much damage. They're probably going to put it on top, though. Oops. Dark Ritual Necropotence is like such a strong opener. Although it gets kind of just foiled by a single Pithing Needle. So there's counterplay to it at least. Nothing but mono black. This list seems very weak against Living End. See what kind of sideboard hate they have. Ornithopter, Loxodon. Is it Loxodon time? Ah, yes. Win the game on turn 3. Yay. They're probably just hoping I didn't have it. Which is like kind of a reasonable game plan. Think I want Force Negation. What's up, Dino? Gemstone Caverns? Oh, I got pregame actions. I got lots of pregame actions. Unlike that one time I went to the RCQ where I opened up a Leyline of the Void in my opening hand against my Yawgmoth opponent. My Yawgmoth opponent looks at me and says, "Any pregame actions?" And I look at my hand with Leyline of the Void and I say, no pregame actions. I was like, why the fuck did I just say no pregame actions? I was supposed to put this Leyline into play. And then I pitched it on turn 1 to grief scam them. And they said, "Oh, why'd you pitch the Leyline? You just didn't put it into play." And I was like, "Oh, I drew it for turn." I just lied to him. I lied to him and I said I drew it for turn because I was so embarrassed that I didn't put it into play. Oh god, that's gonna haunt me forever. I should have just gone home. Just like, alright, my time here's done. I think my opponent's time here is also done. I did win. Yeah, I feel that. I also have a story of when I went to my first, or one of my first FNMs, and I was like pretty new to Magic, but I wasn't new to card games because I had played a lot of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And I presented my deck for the opponent to cut, and while they were shuffling, and instead of cutting my deck, my opponent picked up half of my deck and started shuffling it into their deck. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait. What's happening? And it became like a 10-minute process of figuring out or sorting the sleeves. Being like, is this your sleeve or my sleeve? It was very funny in hindsight. Throwing a player's deck out the door during an FNM. Please don't surgical me. I'll die. Yeah, they're trying to steal my deck. They're like, nice deck. Mind if I shuffle it in with mine? I'm definitely gonna get archive trapped here. Living in his true love. Not against Mill. That's right. It's you never gotta worry about a band playing Mill. Yeah, you're right about that, Zeriak. Being true. So at an RPTQ back in the day, both players were using Black Dragon Shields, and they're both playing Gonti. Both of them got a game loss 2 rounds after playing each other because one player had a 61 card deck with 5 fatal pushes because he grabbed the Gonti with their match and never gave it back. I have some pretty messed up Yu-Gi-Oh stories as well. So there's this like, um, back in like the older Synchro era, there was a card that let you steal your opponent's monsters. I think it was Bryanak, and there was this one player at a Yu-Gi-Oh YCS that would constantly steal his opponent's monsters, but it like goes underneath the Bryanak and just like attaches to it, and he would line it up perfectly underneath the Bryanak, and then he would just like whenever the game was over, he would just put both of the cards into his deck box, and he just started collecting all of his opponent's decks. It was so messed up. Yeah, that was me also. Told that story a couple times, but what happened in that story was I was playing at standard, and I was playing like Esper control against mono red, and I had to settle the wreckage that I went to go cast, and I only had like 4 mana, and my opponent was like, attack with my Bomat trigger, and I said in response to the Bomat trigger, settle the wreckage, and then my opponent got confused about what happens with the Bomat courier trigger, so we like tried to figure it out, and then we called the judge over, and the judge said rewind the board state. So we rewound the board state, got the Bomat courier trigger resolved, and then they're like, okay, proceed with the game. So I was like, cast settle the wreckage. But since I had untapped my lands because we rewinded, I never tapped my lands again. So I cast a free Settle the Wreckage. The judge didn't say anything. My opponent didn't say anything. And then my opponent went main phase to Lightning Strike, and I went tap 3 Absorb. I still lost that game, even with my free Settle the Wreckage. I think they have Surgical. I really hope they don't have Surgical. Cheaters never win. I don't think I'm beating Surgical. Gonna do this and pray. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think I Subtlety my own Shardless Agent, and then I cycle to draw it immediately. Or they can mill it off the top. I think I have one more living end, right? Please don't mill my last living end, I will die. Fetch land incoming, that's half my deck. When player cast EOT Pestermite and didn't do anything, in his turn, they noticed and called the judge, and the judge put the trigger on the stack, so he untapped his lands and then played twin with 3 lands. Kick a Chad. There we go. See? Visions for a lot of cards. No. Can't let you do that. My last living end. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a game 4. Wait a minute. Why did I have to queue in the mill? Zeriak. Once upon a time, my Scales opponent sacked their entire board with Dothian play and then tried to get their modular triggers. 75 card special. I think I'm going to board up to 64. Take out 1 Subtlety. When does the madness end? They have Ensnaring Bridge, that's fine. I will die to it. I guess I could bring in like 2 Ingot Chewers. Play 66. Boseiju. 67. Well, now I gotta board up to 69. We're too close. Perfect. 15 lands, 66 cards. It'll be fine. Do they play Leyline? Nah, we're not worried about Leyline. It's a sneaper. I guess I'll find out soon. Surely we'll draw the Cascaders reliably. It was like Crypt Incursion and Soul Guide Lantern. Give me more creature decks to play against. That was more fun. My opponent's like trying to convoke on me. A good beat to it. One day, Zeriak, you're gonna push me to turn off text to speech. Just remember, when that day happens, it's your fault. You know how milk can satiate somebody? Clearly it doesn't, because the only way Zeriak derives entertainment is by using these text-to-speech. It's true. I think I play Island here. Hold up Waker, Curator. Bob. Beatbox King. Like where their decks belong or where your deck belongs. Goes one Living End. Need him to tap out. Please tap out so I can murder you. No hard feelings. That's true. That opponent was very, very sad when you toshes them for 37. I think I cycle here. Maybe not, though. Seems like they're just leaving up Drown in the Lock. I kind of need to hit a Violent Outburst here. Peace out, Thunder. Thanks for hanging. We'll play around Drown in the Lock. By endurancing myself, of course. Doesn't even work. Plus, it would get rid of my entire graveyard anyways. They might be stuck on lands here. Nope, Shelldock Isle. Please, opponent, cast a 3-drop. By Living End. You know, I should have gotten blue-green. It's the same list that's on the Mox field right now, except it's Urborg and Sunken Ruins got replaced by Gemstone Cavern ×2. That's the only difference. I just want to try them out. I don't think they're that good, though. It's interesting. Like, maybe it's fine as a one-of. Yeah, I never update the extension. One Living End still in the deck, but I can endurance it back in my deck. Let me update the extension. That I can do. Updating the extension's a lot of effort. That's what we've been waiting for. Gemstone Caverns actually hurting me significantly. Extirpate I'm not going to be able to beat. Surgical I can beat, though. I think I'm going to wait for one more land here. I'm going to have double Force of Negation plus Violent Outburst and hope that that's good enough. I may if they have Extirpate, I lose on the spot. I think Living End's pretty good in this meta. It's only like not good against Scam and like Murktide when it comes to like the top decks right now. I think it's a very good meta call at the moment. I think Yogg is like pretty close to even. But it depends. Like if you are able to resolve a Living End before they have Yogg, you just win. And if it's after they have Yogg, then it becomes a lot more problematic. If you're trying to maximize your trophies per day, what would you play? Living End. Living End or Rhinos? Or Standard? Double Q Standard at the same time. You're running into a lot of bots in Standard leagues. Just like win trading bots. Surgical Extraction on Living End. Force of Negation. They said it's fixed. They say a lot of things. Yeah, I get paired into bots that will just like sit there for 25 minutes and time themselves out. They'll take an action every like 5 minutes. Why do they do that? So pretty much there's a big network of win trading bots where let's say if you have five bots will go, or let's say you have 10 bots, they'll have five bots go 05 and five bots go 50. And the person running the bots will actually like make money from that because they're trying to get the bots to pair into each other, and they're trying to hold humans from queuing into leagues by matching them into a bot that's going to go 05. See, drown lock time. Flusterstorm, I lose. Yeah. I could endurance myself. Crypt incursion. Drown lock. I give up. We have more life EV to play against not mill. That shit seems unwinnable. Olander Gemstone Caverns. Sounds good. Tutor's not streaming anymore. Honestly, I have no idea. Scholars. I think I'm cycling the 2 over the Waker. Curator, Elephant seems like probably going to be good enough. G. Let's thin the land first. Waker. I think I just living end here. I think I'm just supposed to put like 14 power into play, 16 power into play. Yeah. Yeah, that chat. Alright. Prediction time, chat. Gross. Mull to 5. So I'm mulling to 5 anyways. Are we gonna demoralize another scales player? Poor guy. Didn't know what hit him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gonna need a land, though. Based. Why, Forest? Why? Top deck Shardless Agent? It's a big walker. Tough decision. Grief or grief? Let me think about that. Put a Ravager in the graveyard. So they can do that themselves anyways. It was Lith. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna die even if I get the Violent Outburst now. Oh, they didn't play the Ozlith. Oh no, I'm just dead, that's right. Yeah, just dead. I was gonna draw the land too. I have a lot of sideboard cards in this matchup. I think Force of Negation's gotta go. Yeah, Scales Remoralized. I actually don't think I want to cut the elephants. Yeah, what do you think I cut in this matchup? That's definitely the Force of Negations. Maybe I can trim like an Architects, a Waker, and a Street Wraith. Curator, maybe. One Living In. One Living In for sure. And solid. I think Grief's still important because you need to take Chalice. They're gonna have like Chalice and maybe Soulless Jailer. Soul Cauldron, Hangerback Walker, Zabaz. Take the Soul Cauldron. That's another card we kind of got to snipe. I think I'm just subtletying Hangerback Walker. I don't know if it matters. I think they're dead either way. View the team. Untap and win. I'm gonna spin the Shardless Agent back on top. So that way I can have a blue card for subtlety. But maybe I'm not supposed to spin it because I could just draw a land naturally. And just like hard cast the subtlety. Maybe that was too cute. Spinning the Shardless Agent back on top like that. I don't know if they can race me. Nah, probably not. Even with a Shadow Sphere. Seems very, very tough for them to race me here. Are you dead? No, ready. Now I want the Gemstone Caverns. I'm gonna cut an elephant in its place. And then just like submit. That's good. I kind of don't want to pitch this Ent, but I will if I have to. Got a Chalice of the Void. Ravager, safekeeping, safekeeping. Here's the Saga. Kind of a problem. I think I take a safekeeping. Cauldron. Kind of brave of them to tap out for that. Supposed to pitch Violent Outburst, maybe? Unsure. Unsure. Always pick perfectly. I guess I should have cycled first and then decided. Yeah, should have cycled first. Yeah, I've seen Borat. It was like a long time ago, though. And I guess it's kind of like land. I think I'm gonna hold on to the Ingot Chewer. So if I hit like land for Waker, I can go Ingot Chewer on the animation module, and then like bring it back, Ingot Chew the Ravager. I don't think they're gonna kill me from this spot. It'd be pretty tough for them to kill me from this spot. If they have Ballista, Ozlet, no, they need Scales too. Their hand is like exactly Scales Ballista. They might be able to kill me. Oh yeah, they have a safekeeping. We know about the safekeeping. Widmere. That sucks. That sucks so bad. This is sad. Can't even get you that. This is so bad for me. Why did you draw the Voidmere plus the safekeeping? They have safekeeping in hand. I think we're dead. Had to draw another Ingot Chewer. Finally out here. Foundation Breaker's gonna be too slow too. I guess Force of no, Force gets countered by Voidmere. I could hardcast Force and that would save me. Can put a +1/+1 counter, make two thingies. I might just be dead this turn. Maybe they accidentally eat Voidmere. 2, 3, 4, 5. They hit me for 7. It was kind of unlucky that they drew the Voidmere, because we knew that the other card in their hand was safekeeping. Feels kind of unlucky. Foundation Breaker. Does that save me? Doesn't save me. Uh, No, it doesn't buy me a turn. They attack with both, and they move the Ravager counters over. I mean, I guess I have to kill the Ravager. And if I kill the Ravager, they put this on here, I chump block. If I kill the Voidmere, I'm dead on board. I'm gonna drop Foundation Breaker, or no, I gotta draw Ingot Chewer, one of the Foundation Breaker. Alright, FOV, Ingot Chewer. Excellent. Well, both of my choices for Denver went 2-3, so I guess we're doing just great, huh?
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.